When I last left off, things are looking quite interesting. The Seleucids have managed to take over Egypt, and now they're like the dominant power over here in like the Middle East. The Julii were kicked out of Gaul, and the barbarians decided to go basically like, fight amongst themselves. Perhaps I'll give a chance for the Julii to basically come in and start taking on some territories perhaps as well. So, what will basically happen next? That's the thing. Let's find out. Alright, well, some interesting things basically happened, for sure. Up here in Scythian lands, the Macedons finally took the capital of the Scythians, so they now own this. I assume they'll basically like start coming over here to like, attack some stuff as well, perhaps, maybe. The Parthians decided to basically like attack, Scythians while they're basically weak, so they're back at it with a war of them. And yeah, basically the Scythians are down here as well because they are at war with Pontus, so why not? Alright, so let's see here. The House of Julii have gone to war with the Seleucid Empire apparently. Parthia's gone to war with Scythia. And Parthia and Germania broke their alliance. I wonder why the Romans have gone to war with... oh, there we go. So, it looks like the Brutii have landed on Anatolia over here. And are after Halicarnassus. That could lead to some interesting things, basically. So, we're off the bat with something interesting happening. And they still haven't conquered the Greeks, even though they're right next to their territory and stuff. Oh well. Apparently my man got assassinated over here. Oh well. That happens. Well, let's just look around. So, these guys are under siege right there. They took the capital right here. They're under attack over there. There's a revolt space right here. And I assume right over around here. Yeah, revolt, 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 revolt. Lots of good old revolts. On this front, by the way, the Julii have started to move into Southern Gaul again. Perhaps you might see, like, these guys actually start to, like, fight each other again. Or, maybe, like, push back into, like, northern Italy again and, this sort of left there. That could happen again. No one's coming after Numidia, so they're still all by themselves, just sort of hanging out in their little corner of the world. There's a little bit of revolt space happen here, because, why not? And as always, there's revolts in Germanian territory, so hooray for them. Alright, well, let's see how the Seleucids respond to the Brutii attacking them. I'll note by right now the Seleucids don't have any enemies, so... I mean, they have Egyptians, but if they basically are attacked over here, they're probably going to send their armies over here to defend themselves, so... yeah. Interesting. Alright, well, it looks like the Brits have decided to go down into, like, the middle of Spain, and are now attacking Numidia over here. They're also attacking over here in Narbo Martius, so... if they take that, then, like, they'll have war basically along with, like, the Romans again. Or, no, they won't. Well, whatever. They'll cut basically Spain's territories here off from, like, help, so... if Julii wants to do something, they can. That'll be the thing. And over here, is anything happening, I wonder? I don't see any orientation of these armies basically coming down towards the Seleucids, so... we'll see if anyone basically comes over to say, like, hi to the Brutii for, like, attacking them, basically, is a thing. Macedonian armies are basically moving into a new territory, and maybe they'll move further into, like, Scythian lands. And Parthia's over here attacking. And Scythia's basically moving about over here. Let's go to the next turn, I guess. So, Greek philosophy is apparently a thing. Greek logic. By the way, so these guys broke their alliances with each other. And then the Seleucids declared themselves allies again, because why not? You know, shenanigans of diplomacy and such. Well, right in front of me there's something happening. Pontus is going after Coteus over here. And the Scythians lost their, like, you know, summits of Campus Alani up here. No one's advanced on these summits yet, but, you know, there's only 3 of them basically left, or, you know... Yeah, 3 of them. Well, 4 of them, you can count the ones based under siege, but... The Scythians aren't looking too great, even though their, like, summits are basically spaced out, for sure. They're under siege still here. And they're under siege still here. The Julii have decided to go after Macedon again, so they're going to try and take that. And of course, revolts here and plague there, because why not? Oh, look at that! Brutii made a landing in Anatolia and actually took land. Let's go check that out. Alright, so Anatolia has basically suffered a Brutii incursion. And there's no Seleucids in sight basically to sort of defend against it, so he'll have to basically reroute some armies basically down here to sort of like, you know, deal with this threat. And yeah, civil disorder right there. Civil disorder right there. Civil disorder, like, you know, all over here. Poor Romania, always having civil disorder problems. And of course, you know, Scipii have it here, I guess, as well, but whatever. Nothing really happened. Odd. They're still attacking here, they're still attacking right there. Though they have backed off from Numidia over here to Brits. Or they were forced back. That could be a thing as well. Pontus is still going after a Scythian town right here. And Macedon armies are starting to go over toward, you know, Scythian towns basically in, you know, the middle of Ukraine and such. We'll see how they basically do. That's basically it for this turn, I guess. I like the fact that the Brutii actually land over here because it means, like, you know, they might be able to do some damage and such. Large city right here, by the way. Large city. That's a huge city, apparently. So, big city right there to get easily conquered. Okay, I just noticed this, by the way, before I, like, end this turn. They are marching towards Sardis with this army here, so they might do a little bit more damage. But there are some people over here in Akara that could actually send out to, you know, fort that, for sure. My merchants don't seem to be, like, you know, causing me as much issues with, like, you know, turns these days. This guy advanced past Sardis, so no idea where he's basically going to. We got Macedon army basically making his way over here to Tanis, so he might, like, you know, go after that. There's also some basically, like, going up here, so maybe they plan to go over here, or, like, you know, attack the Vicus Venede over here. In this neck of the woods, apparently Narva Martius has basically fallen to the Brits, and Massilia has basically fallen to Julii. So they got Orphan City over here, Spain it basically does. And of course a lot of Julii armies basically pouring all over the place over here. And of course there's probably civil disorder all over the place, because, you know, there always basically is. 1, 2, 3. Ooh! Numidia might actually be able to make an attack on Sirte over here and make some make a comeback. And yeah, they're still right there, just doing their thing. I like how there's, like, less troops here. He wants to take them out, but, you know, he left just enough that, like, you know, they, like, you know, Scipii can actually attack and, like, you know, successfully take the town. And look at that! Coteus has fallen to the Pontus. So they now own this, like, area. And I guess they do connect to like the Scythians over here, but I mean, they're more or less next to Parthia, and that's basically about it for them. So looking pretty good. We're seeing lots of gains and like transitions of like, you know, land and such. Alright, well, a new turn. And it seems that the Macedon army has made it all the way over to Tunis. So they're going to try and take that, apparently. They do have their armies basically over here still, but I mean, I guess they're going after like this guy up here for some reason, because why not? Over in this neck of the woods, the Julii have Narrow Martius basically under siege, so they're going after a British town basically now. So they're beating up the Brits a little bit. Probably decided to, like, you know, too much to like, you know, deal with, so just leave it be. And let's see here. Germania and Spain are at war, so Germania might sweep down and take this before, like, you know, anyone else faces a chance to do anything. And Pontus and the Seleucid Empire broke their alliance. Well, not too great for them, but well. Now, the question is, what are the Brutii going to basically do with their armies over here? They have two big ones running around. The Seleucids basically have their armies basically started to go around a little bit, so they might be able to do something with them. And it looks like the Pontus have gone after, like, you know, Frespa over here. It might be soon that the Parthians are basically, like, you know, knocked back to, like, you know, just a few cities, or, you know, basically, like, you know, lumped down here, like, lumped up there. It remains to be seen. The Numidian army has made it over to Scythia, but where they attack, that's, like, you know, the real question. They don't have a lot of troops anymore, the Numidians, so what they have, they, like, you know, have to be very careful with, I guess. A couple Scipii armies over here just, like, you know, hanging out. Technically these guys are at war now, by the way, because of Brutii, so he could actually send his troops to, like, you know, attack Scipii and see what just happens there. That could be a thing for the Seleucid Empire. And yeah, Sparta's basically having issues, because why not? Huh. There's a big Egyptian army here in Rhodes now. So it's basically gone from Salamis here. Maybe the Egyptians will do something over here in Rhodes? Perhaps? Maybe? Perhaps? It's glorious. Look at this. I'm not sure if Rhodes was basically Brutii before, but the Egyptians are now attacking it. I'm guessing what probably happens is that the Greeks basically attack someone and, like, you know, the Brutii basically there and they took the town. Now basically the Egyptians are, like, you know, trying to take it, so Rhodes is changing hands. And the Greeks are down to their last city. They might be wiped out by, like, you know, an ensuing, like, you know, Brutii army over here, perhaps. We'll see. So yeah, basically you can see right here, Egypt basically declared war on these guys. These guys declare a ceasefire. Good luck to you, Egypt. Let's see if you can actually, like, you know, get back on your standing feet here a little bit. The Brutii basically still have an army over here, but I'm not sure it's going to be able to do much. The Seleucids have their army right there. And yeah, basically the Seleucids are starting moving over toward, you know, Seawide here, so not sure how the Scipii are going to deal with, like, you know, the army right there. Do they have quite a few armies to send this way? It's funny how, like, you know, I thought, like, the Scipii might get the war of Egypt at some point. It's like, nah, it won't happen. Never imagined the Seleucids would actually be the one who, you know, cause a war of them. Okay, over here, you know, still like a war happening right here. Germanian armies basically move around toward, like, you know, Lugdunum over here. And there's a Spanish army over here, but what are they actually doing anything with the Scipii is a thing, right? Macedon is still attacking over here in Tunis. And the Macedon army's made it over to, like, these guys up here. Parthia's basically got an army going after these guys right up here. There's some Scythian armies basically near, like, you know, Campus of Landing over here. We'll have to see if, like, anything basically happens or not. Who will be wiped out next? That's the real question. I think the Scythians will probably be wiped out next, by the way, but I mean, it's very possible if, like, you know, Rhodes has fallen that, like, you know, we might see, like, you know, the Greeks fall. Or, like, you know, somebody may go after Egypt, like, you know, oddly, and just kill them. It's going black! The Scythians are basically down to, like, you know, their city basically up here, and their city right here. Over here, like, they've lost their land space right here. In this neck of the woods, it looks like the Germans have, like, you know, gone after the Spanish, and of course, like, the Julii are still going after, like, you know, the British. And look at that glorious, glorious chain of Seleucid armies, and glorious chain of, like, Scipii armies. They're gonna clash together and, like, you know, make a big mess. And of course, up here we might see a mess too, maybe. I think there was a battle up here, so maybe, like, the Egyptians basically knocked out, like, you know, the Brutii armies, or something else happened basically over here. Who knows? They have, like, you know, rebellion problems, of course, because why not? And rebellion problems up here. And apparently there's, like, you know, problems in Crete too, so why not? And of course, Sparta. And these guys have declared war because, you know, that's just how it's going to go. Alright, well. It looks like the Germans have, like, broken off their assault on the Spanish city up here. As well as, like, you know, the Julii. They, like, you know, stopped attacking the British over here. We now see, like, these guys under siege over here, so Seaway may fall. And for some reason there's a Scipii army basically, like, you know, toward, like, Egypt territory over here that needs to be dealt with, I guess. The Seleucids have brought down an army over here towards, like, you know, Halicarnassus. And they got their, like, other armies facing nearby as well. These guys are still, like, you know, going after Rhodes. Now that basically covers, like, you know, all these battles facing over here, I guess. Ooh. Are these guys under assault finally? That's the question to ask myself. Those guys basically are revolting. They revolt there as well. And of course they're being sieged. Nope, it's just a simple revolt over here, so nothing special. But there is, like, an army base over here that could be, like, sent out to do stuff. And there's a wandering Greek army over here, because why not? With the faction leader. I wonder how many, like, leaders the Greeks basically have, because if they lose all their leaders, by the way, they, like, you know, they die out, so... do you have a Greek leader anywhere else, is a thing? I wonder. It's a random leader just, like, wandering out in the field over here, I guess. Scythia and Pontus have declared a ceasefire, so they're gonna stop fighting each other, I guess. Parthia might still be able to attack, like, you know, Scythians, but, you know, whatever. What will happen over here? Alright, it's very odd, but they seem to have left this army bases that are running around their territory. Even though they have all these armies based over here, I guess. I mean, the Scipii have their army space coming this way, but I mean, you sort of want to deal with the army space nearby. The Numidians basically over here with their army. I guess they sort of, like, you know, well, they didn't really leave Sirta, but, you know, they haven't really, like, assaulted, like, you know, Scipii for some reason. And Spanish basically over here with this, like, you know, Scipii army just, like, chilling out, I guess. Julii are attacking over here in Martius again. We have, like, you know, blockades by the Spanish against, like, you know, Massalia. We've got, like, you know, the Germans basically coming after Lugdunum again. There's, like, a Julii army in the mix as well. Macedon is slowly going toward Campus Semete over here. And you may see, like, the Parthians basically, you know, joining in as well. The good times are coming. Finally. Okay, so we got a rebellion basically up here, so nothing really special. Nothing special there. Nothing really special here. So, it looks as if the Seleucids do have, like, the, you know, Brutii under siege over here. And I got the armies to definitely take that city if you want to, for sure. One army is basically sieging over here. They got, you know, civil unrest problems again. And let's just see here. Civil unrest, civil unrest, civil unrest all over the place in Macedon. Will anyone basically come down to take out Sparta? That's the question I basically asked myself, because they got the armies to basically do it with. And there's only one, like, you know, Spartan hoplites here just sort of chilling out. Now, there is walls I think here. And it's apparently stone-free walls, so that's a thing. Just to throw it out there. Big army here near Crete, for some reason. Alright, well. It's like they want to fight each other, but they're not engaging each other. Except for, like, you know, the cities here. Alexander's now under attack. Siwa is still under attack. The armies are basically running around each other for some reason. All these giant, like, you know, Scipii armies basically make their way over. And I guess, like, you know, oh, look at that. Oh, Triarii. Never mind. I was about to say, do these guys have post-Marian, like, units in them? But no. No, they do not. There's still all this basic, like, you know, pre-Marian ones. Numidia still has their forces probably over here, but they have yet to basically go after the Scythians. So, whatever, I guess. They're attacking Julia up here. The Germans are attacking down here. And it looks like the Parthians will be the one to get up to Campus Semete over here, because Macedon's gone back, I guess. Maybe someone will come down here, who knows. They declare a ceasefire, don't really care. And my admiral died, apparently. You know, it's actually really nice how quick these turns basically go at this point, because I guess just click this and it basically flips over, so let's just show it off. You see armies just move around all over the place. And of course you see, like, you know, my armies basically die. They might win that, but yeah, I figured as much. They're not going to win against, like, you know, horse archers that easily. There's a lot of Macedonian armies basically over here for some reason. Are you planning to attack Romania? These guys have made it over to Campus Semete, so we're going to basically attack that. Over here, Narbro Martius is basically fallen to Julii. And, you know, this will probably basically fall at some point as well. They've knocked off the CY, like, you know, contingent of, like, you know, Seleucid troops over here to Scipii, but, you know, now they're basically turning back to sort of, like, you know, deal with them, I guess, as well. That's a lot of troops to be sure, by the way. Numidia is just still wandering around, just, like, you know, doing their thing. Not really, like, you know, doing anything to be productive, I guess. And over here, one more turn, and Rhodes will basically fall. 6 more turns, and, like, you know, Helicarnassus will basically fall. What will be the first thing to happen, I guess? Did Parthia always have Seleucia? I thought that was like, you know, Pontus basically owning that. Interesting. Oh, there we go, about my merchant. That still happens every so often. Well, it seems that Campus Alani has basically, like, you know, gone Scythian again. I don't know if they basically had it under siege or it just revolted, but I'm gonna guess it revolted because a lot of troops in here now. Wow, that's a lot of chosen archer bands. That's a really fearsome army to basically deal with, by the way, so yeah. Alright, so over here, Rhodes has fallen to the Egyptians. They now own Rhodes. And Seleucids are basically taken back in Helicarnassus, so they have actually owned their wonder again. The Greeks basically have lots and lots of Brutii basically over here to deal with. But if they actually get attacked as a thing, right? Will they get attacked as a thing? They have a lot of, like, you know, armored hoplites, so they can do some damage at least. For sure. Huh. It looks like the Julii are now attacking up here. I thought it was the Germanians, but I guess they stopped attacking. How long that'll last, I don't know. Well, let's just see here, I guess. Greeks have been knocked down to their last city because the Egyptians basically took their, like, you know, wonder right there. And these guys are sort of like, you know, doing their thing, I guess. Oh, look at that! Alexandria fell. So the Seleucids basically lost one of their cities over here to Scipii. Well, that sucks for them, I guess. Alright, Germania and Julii broke their alliance, and Germania and Britain declared themselves allies. Well, that's basically bad for Rome, because the barbarians are allying with themselves again. If the Spanish and, like, you know, Britain's basically put aside their differences, they'll be like a threat to be sure. But whatever. Alright, it's the next turn. And it appears that, like, you know, Julii are still going after his settlement up here. They've yet to basically take it and seal the deal. I'll note that the Parthians apparently ran away from Campus Martyr at this point, so they're elsewhere now. Macedon's armies are sort of, like, accumulating up here for some reason. Not really attacking anything, but, you know, whatever. Being menacing nonetheless. There's the Parthian army, I guess it ran away. Decided to, like, you know, let's just book it. This was Macedon army up here, though, so they could actually walk over here and try and take it, perhaps. I wonder if any more landings will basically happen over here, or if, like, you know, most of the action is going to be coming over here. And look at that! So, the Seleucids took back Alexandria, and now the Scipians are, like, you know, going further into, like, you know, the Middle East, I guess. Well, I think Egypt's just going to survive a little longer because they have, like, yeah, Allen Village, and the Seleucids now have a bigger problem to deal with. To be sure. So they do have some bigger armies basically, like, you know, deal with the Scipians at least, somewhat. Well, that's just, interesting. Whee! Be nice if the Numidians actually did something, like, you know, attack one of these settlements for starters. Yet to do that, but oh well. Alright, they're at war again. Pontus and Parthia declare themselves allies. And, you know, things are just happening. That's like the only thing that's got an event basically happening of some sort. Interesting. Interesting. I wiped out a Brutii fleet there. I guess Egypt dropped off a, bit of like, soldiers somewhere. They're still attacking up here, but, not yet taking the city yet. They still got their army, but at least it looks like they're starting to go home as opposed to, like, attacking up there. Oh, look at that! Just 2 Greek armies up here. So there's a general. There's a general. Where is their faction leader, I wonder? So, Pontus and Scythia are back at war again. Germania and Britannia have broken their alliance. Germania and Julia have made an alliance. Okay. Interesting. Got a little bit of unrest over here, I guess. And over there.
My liege.
We got a Scipii army over here, but it's a very small one that really can't do anything, so... whatever. Let's see some territorial changes. Not yet. There is some Scipii armies now, like, in Egypt here, so that might be taken by them at some point. The Julii basically, like, continued their assault basically on Lugdunum over here. And it looks like the Scythians are going after, like, Campus Achaia basically up here again. I don't think their little army will be able to do anything about these armies over here.
Can I be of service?
Especially if they have, like, chosen archer warbands over here, by the way. These things are just awesome. Got some other stuff in here, too. Oh, look at this! The Greeks have gone after Corinth! They're doing something! They're doing something! So, Corinth is under attack over here. There's probably, like, more like, problems over there for those guys. Usual. Not yet. They've yet to basically take it, but, they got their army space around it. There's a British army over here that could be used to, assault something, perhaps. They're still attacking Corinth, so the Brutii basically just don't care, I guess, if, like, they lose it, so why not? There's a big Brutii army here, though, so they might lose roads to, the Egyptians might lose roads to, like, the Brutii. Scipii are attacking over here in mass in, like, Egypt. How well they'll do, we'll have to basically see, I guess. Their armies are starting to actually move on the roads again. Tingi's basically having, like, civil unrest. As is this city down here. These guys are just returning home because, like, yes, why not? And will these guys basically attack up here? That's the question, I guess.
Our ships are under attack! We are victorious!
Oh, I won a battle there. Super brutal, I keep attacking my pirate ships. Hey, look at that! Turtle chain! And look at that! A new man. Gaius Marius. The Marian reforms have returned, or have begun. We're gonna see, like, the Romans start to pile drive, I think at this point. Alright, so the Parthians have come under siege over here by the Scythians. British are attacking like the Julii over here. The Julii are still attacking like Lugdunum, but I don't think they're going to win with that small little army. These guys are still battling out over here. And yeah, the Brutii basically have like roads basically under siege, so they're trying to go for that now. Corinth has fallen, though where the Brutii basically have anything to say about that, we'll have to see. And look at that, the Julii have come after Osca. We'll see how that basically works out for them. Wow, there's a quinquarium over here. Alright, well, it looks like they were knocked back from Osca, but it remains to be seen if they'll be knocked back elsewhere. The Julii have been knocked off of Lugdunum, but the British have their armies nearby to set sights on, I guess. Big Germanian armies right over here. Where they're gonna go, I have no idea. Don't care about that stuff. Alright, Numidia's gonna do anything. It's gonna stand around next to the enemy cities, more or less, doing nothing. I have to say, I kind of expected a little bit more from the Seleucids in defensive-wise, but, they lost Memphis apparently, and they kept Alexandria, but, that's a lot of troops to deal with. Are you going to actually deal with them, or is it like, just let them keep running your territory? The Brutii are basically over here attacking roads still, but nothing else is really happening over here. And the Scythians are still going after Campus Sky. Go hit him. He got a nice big army right there. Now these guys are basically going over here for some reason. I don't know why, but they are. Maybe they'll make a nice big army to basically finish off like, the Scythians, perhaps. Unrest problems right there, unrest problems right there, unrest problems right here. Unrest problems everywhere. And up there too, of course, in Germanian lands. Oh! Looks like the Scythians lost, or not the Scythians, but the Parthians lost to Scythia over there. So, that's now like, part of like, the Scythian Empire. They're ganging up the troops here for some reason, but, what will they do with it is a thing. The Scipii army is basically like, running around over here now. They got more troops over here to bring down to, like, the fight if they need to, I guess, but, they should be bringing them down, like, a little bit faster, because Scipii is bringing them over real fast. For sure. And, yeah, basically, like, ceasefire, declare war, whatever, constantly. Rhodes has fallen to the Brutii, by the way, so Egypt has a very small army basically here with their faction leader. They're down to like a very few amount of generals, by the way, but whatever. Huh, there's a diplomat in here apparently. Maybe we're going to drop him off there to talk to the Egyptians when I want to. No action basically here anymore, so Maybe the Brits will come after him, maybe they won't. The Julii coming after Osca. The Brits are going after Narva Martius. A good old mess basically in Gaul, to be sure. And unrest over here, I guess. There's so many individual little armies, and units basically like, you know, broken up. For what purpose, I do not know. Well, they have rebellion problems, of course, up here, because why not? Nothing's happening here, or here, for a moment. And the Seleucids have gone after Memphis again, so they're going to try and take that back from the Scipii. Oh, what's this? So the Brits actually took back Narva Martius over here and split the, you know, the Julii troops basically advance a little bit. They're probably going to take, like, you know, Osca up here, but, you know, it's again like a mess up here. The Brits have gone after Lugdunum over here, so they may be able to take it. We'll see. And of course it is, but whatever. Spain is still holding on, but where that British army actually takes Lugdunum is the thing, right? Julii still going after Osca. The Seleucids still have, like, you know, Memphis basically under siege over here, as well as all the massive Scipii armies to come over to say hi. Macedon's, you know, armies basically sort of like gathering, I guess, at this point a little bit to make, like, you know, a super army or two or three. And the Greeks have Corinth, as well as Sparta, so great for them. Plague in Alexandria. Well, that's a poor time to have the plague base happen over here. Imagine if, like, all these units get plagued and, like, start spreading everywhere, or if they all start dying en masse. Alright, well, Memphis has been retaken, but for how long? That's a lot of Scipii forces to deal with. I don't think the Seleucids have it, you know, in it to basically fight that many. Egypt is building up in our army, but I don't think it's going to help them too much. The Brutii have landed yet again over here in Halicarnassus, so we're going to try and take that. And, you know, they got the forces to keep landing if they want to as well. Parthia is basically over here. Again, they've taken back their settlement. Because, you know, it revolted again for them. The siege is maintained right here. The siege is gone over here, apparently, so the Julii basically abandoned that siege, I guess. What will they do? Will they go after perhaps Narva Martius again to try and take it? And look at this! Apparently Numidia actually, like, you know, had an FT basically fall under control. I bet it probably revolted by the looks of it, so they gain it for, like, revulsion perhaps? Star catalog. You know, it's really funny that, like, you know, this stuff is happening. Usually you don't really get to, like, you know, 100 turns, so these, like, little, like, you know, history bits that are basically happening are, like, you know, very rare to basically see. But you get to see, like, you know, AI campaign, because, you know, the AI isn't exactly as fast as a human player, so to speak. There's Plague over here in Macedon, apparently. That'll be fun to deal with. So, under siege. Has a massive force basically approaching it. They're on their last legs again, because, you know, eventually these guys will be, like, attacked by, like, you know, the Macedonians or the Parthians or whatever. Silver and rust right there. Silver and rust right here. I was about to say, those guys aren't attacking it. They're definitely not attacking it, but, you know, just have me sure. 3 more turns before this basically turns, or they get kicked off, the British there. Oh, they got kicked off now. Well, without many German armies based around it, I assume the Lugdunum is going to basically fall to the Germans. For sure. The Seleucids have amassed a nice little army basically to counter the Scipii. But where they actually use it is or not effectively is a thing. The flag's now at Siwa. I see it probably got spread there, or like, you know, something else happened. That basically caused, like, you know, it just go from here to here. Or maybe like the diplomat spread it, who knows. So Britain and Parthia have declared a ceasefire of, like, you know, each other. So these guys are at a ceasefire again. Pontus still is closing in on the, you know, Scythian territory, so maybe be wants to take it. And look at all those Macedonian armies that's accumulating over here. Still no action over here. The Brutii race here is staring down with like 2 armies now to, like, you know, take Helicarnassus. And of course, civil disorder in Germanian lands. Nothing really, like, you know, new to say about that. Alright, well, this army's basically got, like, you know, Lugdunum basically under siege. There's a diplomat right there for Germanians as well. The Julii have come after Martius to basically try and take it. They probably got the force to do so. This guy's basically ran away from, like, you know, Nepti, I guess, because, you know, why Barth, I guess. And these guys just sort of hang out over here, just like, you know, not doing anything. This guy's moved off though, apparently, so that's interesting. Interesting enough, at least. Helicarnassus has fallen! And Brutii basically made another inroad into Anatolia again. Good for them. These Pontus armies are basically moving closer and closer to the campus of Alani. Maybe they'll take it, we'll see. Don't think there's much else to basically talk about, so let's move on. Well, they're a nice big death stack over here, so to speak. They just have to get close to actually, like, you know, lay siege. Macedonian armies just, like, you know, sitting honestly right there. And clumped up over here. Germania has yet to basically take Lugdunum, but they'll probably take it soon enough. As for the Julii basically over here. Huh. The Egyptians land over here. Were they planning on trying to take Helicarnassus and, like, you know, didn't realize the Brutii basically be right there to say hi? That's a captain, by the way, so nothing too, you know, not worried to lose, basically, if he wants. Will Scipii actually do something over here? And plan this guy's a flag carrier, I think. Flag carrying unit right here. Scary. the Seleucid armies. Well, the Brits have made it back over to Numidia over here. So they're going to try and take this and probably be forced back by, like, you know, this extra army right here. Nothing really happening over here, I guess. The Greeks are sort of like just, you know, having fun, I guess, just hanging out. Neither of these guys are their faction heir, by the way, so I guess, like, their faction heir is probably in that, like, you know, someone over here. Probably with them, who knows? He's gotta be somewhere. Alright, the Brutii are moving out. They got two armies basically going towards Sardis. And it's not a whole lot based on Seleucids over here to basically deal with, so they'll be able to take it if they actually attack it. The Scipii have yet to commit to another attack over here, so just sort of hanging out, I guess. Numidia is basically sort of like, you know, this being Numidia. As are, like, you know, Scipii over here in, like, Palma. Oh, look at that! Lugdunum has finally fallen. So, Germany is taking out Spain and, like, you know, Lugdunum. And that means that Spain's no longer in, like, you know, southern France or Gaul. Now it's the question of what Germany will basically do after this point, because Spain's over here. And there's all these guys basically in the way. So, what will they do next? Oh, look at this! Parthia decided to go after Hatra. So, Parthia and Scythia declare a ceasefire, and these guys are now going against each other. Interesting. Hit them while their backs are turned, right? That's the idea, right? So, they're gonna hopefully take that, you know, city from them and, like, you know, hurt the, like, Seleucids a little bit more for it. Is the whole idea. And maybe Pontus will move up and take, like, you know, Campus Alani over here. Who knows? Or, you know, it can move off to attack me. There goes those little rebels. They laid siege and then they ran away. Hopefully Pontus doesn't do that. The Scipii made down to Thebes, by the way, so they might try and take that if they can. And this Parthia arms basically over here now, because why not? It's a little path to get to, like, you know, that summit. They're almost there. Julia is still going after Narva Martius. And the British have been knocked off of Numidia over here. Who will go where? And, you know, issues over here for your Macedons, I guess. Because why not? Spain and Germania declare a ceasefire. Britannia and House of Scipii declare a ceasefire. None really matters for them. Pontus is going for his little army. Interesting. Well, nothing's happening over here. But Cyrus has fallen. Wasn't really paying attention to this, so Cyrus is basically fallen, and now the Brutii army is basically moving on toward their next target, I guess. Ankara, probably. The Egyptian army is basically still over here, just sort of like, you know, hanging out, I guess. Macedon's got their giant clump still. Now, the real thing I want to know is that up here, like, the Pontus is made up to Campus Atlanti. If they take this out and actually hold it, then, like, you know, again, the, like, Scythian will be back down to, like, 2 summons, which would be, like, interesting to basically see. Parthia come after Hatra again, because, you know, why not? They might go after some other stuff too, perhaps as well. I don't see as many Seleucid armies over here, or they're moved over here for some reason, so... What do they plan to do with these armies, I wonder? Is a thing. Nothing's happening over here for now, I guess. No siege is being laid. So all quiet on the Gaul front. A little bit noisy over here in, like, the Egypt front. And then, you know, Parthia's, like, you know, being a nuisance for, like, you know, the Seleucids over here. Pontus is going after, like, you know, Scythians. There we go. So, it seems that Germany has basically gone after the Brits. So, Germania and Britain at war. And those are declared war as well. Germania and House Juliet basically broke their alliance. Pontus and Parthia broke their alliance. Germania and Spain declared themselves allies. Parthia and House Brutii declared themselves allies. Will these German armies be able to take over the British, I wonder? They don't really have any armies up here to deal with the British, so I'm sort of wondering a little bit about that, but whatever. They got some British armies over here, I guess, to sort of, like, you know, go over Osca, or, like, you know, pull back to sort of defend themselves. There's the Mansion based under attack over here again, because why not? Thebes has fallen. Does the conquest of, like, you know, Roman Egypt basically begin now? Or will these, like, you know, armies have anything to say about it, I guess? Hatch is still under attack over here. Pontus is under attack over here. And of course, why not? Rebellion, 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 rebellion. All these rebellion peasants, you know. All over the place, pretty much. Ankara is under siege, by the way, over here, so... Pontus might, well, not Pontus, but, you know, the Seleucids might be losing Ankara. Or, like, you know, this army pull in, like, you know, start doing some damage to, like, the Brutii for, like, during transition over here. Stopping their blitzkrieg a little bit. I believe Hatra fell, as well as, like, you know, Scythian territory. So, yep, the Parthians are taking over Hatra. Now we're probably going to go after, like, you know, Palmyra over here. Ankara is still under attack by, like, you know, the Brutii. And Pontus basically took over Campus Atlanti with a nice big army. That's a scary amount of troops for the Parthians up there for him to contend with, but whatever. Now the question is whether someone goes after, like, you know, Campus Samartia over here, or comes down here to, like, you know, hit, like, you know, Chersonesus and, you know, Bosphorus. Because if it, like, you know, if the Pacifians are taken out, they'll be the next faction is dead, so maybe it'll happen, who knows. They broke their alliance, they declared themselves allies, because why not? That's what they do. And yeah, Osca's under attack over here. Numatia's under attack over here. Julia are basically attacking the British over here. Germania is basically attacking the British over here. Lots of chaos in Gaul for sure. And then, of course, civil unrest all over the place over here. Because why not? Lots and lots of Scipii armies. I wonder if we'll take Memphis if it's like, amount of force. Who knows? I think they attacked Memphis there, but they got driven away. That could be a thing. You're still staring at Palmyra, but are you gonna actually do something, I wonder? Numidia was basically conquered, but Osca basically, like, was undeclared sieged. There's a massive amount of Spanish forces over here. Navarro Martínez is basically under siege by, like, the Julia over here. They're still under siege over here of the Germanian armies over here for sure. Will anyone come up to these guys here, I wonder? That's the thing. Parthia says I go after Palmyra over here, as I suspected they would. They take that, then, like, they'll be, like, one step closer to sort of, like, cutting off the Seleucid Empire over here, I guess. Parthia's now allied with House Scipii. Probably a good alliance for him. And it looks like Ankara fell. So Brutii basically made several inroads in Anatolia now. They own basically these 3 settlements right here. That makes them very rich if they're lucky, for sure. I don't think anything else is happening at the moment, so let's push on, I guess. Oh, look at that! So, not only is Palmyra based on assault, but so is, like, Bostra over here. So, double whammy of, like, Parthian troops. They're still under siege, but will they remain under siege is a thing. And lots of armies over here just, like, sort of just doing their thing. The Brits are holding on over here. And both, like, the Julia and Germania have basically left them alone, I guess. House of Julia's gone after Spain, because, like, why not, I guess. And of course I guess Storm, because why not? I was about to say, they haven't put this under siege, have they? But no, it's just civil unrest again. But they have put this under siege, so Tarsus is under siege by the Brutii. We might see, like, that fall to the Brutii, basically, and they'll make more inroads over here. I wonder how big the Brutii basically are at this point. They own a lot of territory. 1, 2, 3, 4 settlements right here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think the Brutii own like about 12 settlements, which means they're probably the biggest Roman faction at this point. I mean, the Scipii were doing okay for a while there, but they sort of like stalled out there a little bit. Though they are starting to make some inroads over here, perhaps, so they might start taking this stuff and, like, get a much stronger result. Oh! Parthia got repelled from there. So Parthia was repelled from Bostra, but they did take Palmyra over here. The Brutii are still attacking Tarsus, not yet basically coming to assault. There's being left alone up here, the Scythians, because, you know, why not? Spain is basically coming after Numidia to try and take it back, I guess. And the Germans are basically, well, not the Germans, but the Julii are coming after, like, you know, Narva Martius to basically try and take it, I guess. Germania is basically over here near, like, you know, Lebanon, but, where they actually declare, like, you know, siege or not. Well, they probably will, because the Britons are attacking them over here in Lesia. Who knows, we'll see. So, we got a plague over here in Croton, apparently. And civil unrest over here in, like, you know, Macedon, because why not? What are these Pontic armies going to do, by the way, up here, I wonder? Are they going to come back down, or just going to, like, you know, sort of spawn around a little bit? Oh, we have some territorial change in Egypt again. So Alexander has basically fallen to Scipii, and now only Memphis reigns of Egypt. If they take this, then, like, you know, Egypt will fall into Roman hands, for sure. The mission managed to, like, you know, either knock off the, like, Spanish or, like, you know, drive them away. But they're still under attack over here. And they're still attacking, like, you know, the Germans over here. There's Plague and Paphium. That'll be fun. Will the Macedonians do some of this big giant army of theirs? Will they send it somewhere? Will this be taken? Yep, it was taken. The Seleucids is falling apart here. So Tarsus basically fell to the Brutii. And I think they've taken some damage over here as well, but not entirely sure. Bostra's under attack by the Parthians again, but Seleucids are going after, like, you know, Palmyra, as well as, like, you know, Hatra, trying to take those back. That's a pretty big Egyptian force right there that could be able to use to take Halicarnassus. We could see that basically happen. And then I could, like, move on to, like, attack elsewhere. Not a whole lot basically happening, I guess. I like how the Greeks just sort of like just hang out in Corinth there, just not doing anything. Being unassuming. I don't think I'm gonna, like, you know, take Athens anytime soon, but I mean, well, we got our big force spirit to sort of contend with. The Egyptians have yet to attack anyone, so they're just gonna hang out there, I guess, for a little bit. The Brutii look to be going after Mazaka over here, I guess, next. Palmyra is still under siege over here. Hatra is taken. And Bostra, I guess, was, like, you know, able to repel the Parthians over here. Lucky them. The Scipii are sort of, like, moving past Memphis as opposed to, like, you know, taking it. Don't know why, but okay. And civil unrest Civil unrest. Flag. I like how these factions are doing so well at taking like these, like, you know, settlements, but will they actually take out the rest of the Scythians is the thing, right? And finish them off for good. Alright, I just like did a quick pause to see like where I basically were at this point in this, like, you know, recording. I've actually gotten quite a bit for like this, like, you know, session. Almost up to turn, like, you know, 150. I'm almost tempted to basically do that, so we'll basically up to like an even like, you know, 150, but you know, whatever. Let's just enter here, I think. So we'll see where things basically sort of stand. Other Roman factions. We see that, like, you know, the Brutii basically well eclipsed like the Scipii, but the Scipii are like still sort of keeping pace. The Julii are okay, but you know, not doing too well. They are competing with the Germanians, the Britons, and the Spanish, and you know, the Britons and the Germanians are doing a lot better than them, I guess. Still, if you look at Numidia, they're sort of like, you know, just they're there, still alive, but you know, not really kicking that much. Thrace, Macedon, they're still doing their thing, I guess, a little bit. I guess overall, like, you know, Pontus into the mix there as well as, like, you know, Parthia, so Macedon's doing the best there, but you know, the other guys aren't doing too bad, I guess. They're taking like, you know, bits and pieces from like, you know, Scythians and like, you know, Seleucid Empire there. And a Seleucid Empire, look at that, they just dropped like a rock right there. What faction is this? Macedon. Seleucids were doing so well for a while there, but then like the Romans decided to declare war on them and like, you know, attack them in a two-front war, which they just can't really handle. Especially when they have like, you know, Parthia basically join in to attack them as well. Egypt is like, you know, still alive, but you know, this being annoyance more than anything else. And everyone else I believe is dead, so that's it for them. That's where all the factions basically stand right on the map, basically. So, Scipii and Brutii are definitely in the lead, and everyone else is basically sort of like, you know, just doing what they can. There's Macedon right there, by the way. Germania right there, and of course, the Seleucids were actually the best guy for a while, but they've plummeted a little bit at this point. Alright, so, alliances and enemies. The Brutii have made enemies of like the Egyptians. They made enemies of the Seleucid Empire. The Britons, the Greeks, the Numidians, the Spanish. But they're doing quite well and like, you know, take them all on, so good for them. They're currently allied to the Parthians as well as the Scythians. The Scipii are very much in the same boat. And they have like the same allies. And the Julii over here are allied to Germania, which is a little bit different, but you know, probably helps them a little bit in like, you know, trying to stay alive over here. Macedon is still an enemy of like, you know, Scythia, and they're allied to like Parthia. Egypt is basically allied to no one, and they're basically enemies of like the Roman factions, the Greeks. The Seleucids basically have Romans as like enemies, as well as like Parthia, so not really great for them. They're doing so well, but you know, they're sort of being picked apart now. Parthia, I think, grew a little bit this time around. Not by much, but you know, they tried to. There's Pontus. They're probably doing like a little bit best over there in like the Middle East. They haven't really taken any hits from like the Romans, and like, you know, they're sort of like just picking off the, you know, Scythians, I guess. There's Germania over there. I guess I took a settlement or two this time around, but you know, whatever. There's the Britons right there. They got enemies all around, and no friends of them all. There's the Greeks. They got two cities, and they're all in the same place. There's Numidia. They got two cities, all in the same place. The four Scythians, they might not last very long. I'm a little bit worried about Spain, but I mean, they're hanging on just fine for now, I guess. Alright, how will this map basically change? Perhaps we'll see us turn black or blue. Perhaps we'll see us turn all green and blue. Perhaps something will happen in Gaul. Fun times ahead for sure.